hurry. Step right up and you will see on display before your very eyes a collection of some of the strangest specimens gathered together on this planet, both live and preserved. You will see the incredible Jelly Jack, the one and only boneless boy. Also, we have the amazing Harmon, the human mole, living his bizarre underground life on a specially built trailer which he has lived for the past 17 years. You will see Wanda, the worm woman. Also, there's Benny, Bouncing Benny the Bump, as we call him, who can't wait to show you his eerie and shapeless mask, which he hides beneath the shirt and shows only when he does his famous dance, the Bouncing Bump. But now, before the show starts, we have a special treat. You probably never heard about the dearly departed Harry the Hen. But Harry was once known as the king of the freaks. A moment of silence in Harry's memory, please. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what was so special about this Harry that made him the king of the freaks, huh? Yeah? Is it right? Well, I get all night. Well, as you obviously want to know, Harry was a morbid little monstrosity whose very existence denied nature, and he would nibble at the notion of God the Father Almighty. For what loving father would allow breath to enter his wretched reminder of his most malignant mistake? So, what could possibly seem as despicable as I have just described? Only one thing. Behold, the head of Harry. Harry's the head, living forever on the bottle of formaldehyde, just as he requested, once vicious and vile. Now mellow and mild. Harry will be back later. Or now, on with the show! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to present one of the stars of our little show. I'm sure that you've all heard about some low-class establishments that exhibit their large ladies strictly because they're overweight. Well, even though this next act should have to be referred to as fat, this preposterous pile of pinkness is nothing next to the depths of a disgusting and despicable act. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this woman displays a deed found only in the deepest depths of decadence and decay. So, without a single second of further delay, I give you the absolutely one and only Wanda, the Worm Woman! Sneering and sullying lady, as she sneers and squirms, and Wanda, on a saintly smiling living figure worm. I like to watch your faces fall as we disgust and shame you. Seeking succors is my game, no longer lie and damning. upon her neck. Van der Valken's head is turning. It was written by insects. I watch the awkward way she waddles, walking to the pail. She uses when she washes worms and cleans beneath her nails. I love the soul I see inside her, but I just can't love her. Folding fat and rolls around like bowling balls in butter.
Sit upon him with my Mona Lisa smile.
Watch you cry. Well, now that you've seen a little of our show, perhaps you might like to hear a little bit about the history of the freak show, huh? Huh? Well? I'm waiting. Well, it doesn't matter because you're going to hear it anyway. For 100 years, from the 1850s to the 1950s, there was many of these shows constantly touring America. These traveling freak shows glorified and romanticized human deformity by exhibiting certain individuals afflicted by disease or accidents and birth defects as freaks. The Bleeding Hearts may have seen these traveling freak shows as an imperfect solution to an imperfect situation. But these shows offer a very good income to these otherwise pathetic and pitiful losers. This tell us a camaraderie is their own cretinous kind. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Perhaps you need a few more examples. Let's get a picture of what a real freak is, huh? Here's a picture of one of the world's most famous human monstrosities, John Merrick, known as the Elephant Man. The following is a description of the grisly groupings of lesions and lumps, written by Dr. Frederick Treves, allegedly a friend and physician whose name would be long forgotten had he not consciously cultivated an unnatural relationship with this freak. These are the words of Dr. Treves. The most striking feature about him was his enormous and misshapen head. From the brow, there projected a huge bony mass like a loaf. And from the back of the head hung a bag of spongy, fungus-looking skin. The surface of which was comparable to brown cauliflower. The circumference of the head was no less than that of a man's waist. From the upper jaw, there projected another mass of bone. Protruded from the mouth like a pink stump, turning the upper lip inside out, but making the mouth a mere slobbering aperture. This is not a complete description, but I'm sure you get the picture. In addition to these charming attributes, the Elephant Man possessed a normal arm and a perfectly formed penis. This next picture is Robert Wadlow, the tallest man who ever lived. Robert's tormented life lasted only 22 short years, but during this time he grew to the astounding height of almost 3 meters. The future of this gigantic mountain of misery became obvious at an early age, since he was nearly 2 meters tall and weighed over 50 kilos by the time he was 5 years old. So let's go on. Here's Betty Lou Williams, a black woman whose talent was an unborn parasitic twin protruding from her left side. She was tremendously successful as a freak show attraction, but a total turkey when it came to romance. Betty Lou died of a broken heart at the age of 22. This next picture is Frank Lentini, the 3-legged man. In addition to his obvious attributes, this hideous human tripod had 4 feet, 16 toes, 2 complete sets of genitals, and a very happy wife. You want more? There's Robert L. Hughes, the world's fattest man. At the peak of his professional life, Robert weighed just under 500 kilograms. He died on a specially built trailer which he was exhibited. The only way he could be removed from the trailer was by tearing off the roof and lifting his behemoth body out with a crane. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, look at it. Woo! And now one of my favorites, Grace McDaniels, better known as the Mule-Faced Woman. Grace got her start on show business by entering the contest to determine the ugliest woman in the world. This pathetic hunk of humanity possessed a titanically twisted nose, painfully protruding teeth, and lips that looked like swollen lichens. And all this mess was grotesquely struck to a face which was unfortunately the same color as raw liver. She won the contest with great ease. For some unexplained reason, she was said to be strangely attractive to the men. She's seen her with her son, who's also her manager. Now, on these more enlightened times, modern medical science has eliminated most of these human oddities, either through abortion or corrective surgery. When these curiosities do manage to be born or created through disease or accidents, your society has decided that it is wrong to exploit these people. And perhaps this is a noble attitude. But perhaps, too, it is a denial of the ugliness and deformity which you normal people feel within. In an increasingly homogenized and conformist culture, you have become afraid of the distorted reflection you see in freaks. At the same time, they are denied the ability to exploit what may be seen as their only gift. Condones the exhibition of these human oddities, but the freaks still get stared at. The only difference is they no longer get paid for it. Except by me, of course. So, once again, we will move on to one of the true freaks of our little show. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we will display before your eager eyes one of the most amazing of all human oddities. You can pour in from a pitcher, put them in a pile like pudding. What is it, you ask? Might it be a human amoeba bloated big by blood, or merely a minor miracle made of moldy mud? You will never know. But you will witness the dynamic duality of disgust and pity in a form that'll fill your fantasies with oodles of oozing wounds, festooned, wet-felt, unfair. Yes, nightmares will know your nakedness, and nausea will fondle your flesh. And why? Why, you ask, will your scab-sucking souls rot in the remains of your wretched and rat-eating existence? Down, Roger, down, Roger, down, down! Because of one tiny moment, you just might make the mistake of imagining that you are this incredible bag of flashed flesh. The one and only lonely, boneless boy, Jelly Jack.
Jack, the jolly boneless boy. Ho, 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 I'm Jelly Jack, the jolly boneless boy. Ho, 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 I'm Jelly Jack, the jolly boneless boy.
So, once again, we will give you another freak show history lesson. You probably heard about the blowout. And the blow up. Well, I'm sure you've heard about the blow job. But probably you've not heard about the blow off. The blow off is not only a time-honored tradition, first-class formula for successfully soaking the suckers. And it works like this. Suppose you have a hermaphrodite. As we say, a he-she. When the audience comes in, they see the he-she dressed in like a bride on one side of the body, or the groom on the other. And this is good for a couple of yucks. But what the suckers really want to see is a two-fisted twin-action double trouble. They want to sneak a peek in a hotsy-totsy spot in the back, and we are happy to let them do it in a tiny tent in the back for only a small additional fee. Now that you have been educated, I would like to introduce you to our blow-off. This subhuman byproduct from a sewage recycling system lives in a trailer which is filled with dirt and actually crossed from one room of his mole hole to another. He's not left this tabernacle of filth for 17 years. But I've convinced him to come out on this stage and say hello to you good people. So, without any further delay, I give you the Duke of Dung, the Sultan of Slime, the Royal Raja from Rectum Reality, Herman, the Human Mole. Stop the music! Stop the music, please! Stop the music! Stop the music. Once again, I give you Herman, the human mole! Stop the music! Stop the music! Stop the music! Stop the music! Herman, you lifeless little body, you must come out at once! Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Herman's quite shy and needs perhaps a little coaxing. Herman, you little cretinous collection of maggot manure, you ever come out on the stage right now, or they will bring you no dinner after the show. Do I make myself clear? Now, we can all enjoy the carefree antics of this frivolous and fun-loving fellow as he freely frolics about on the stage. Once again, I give you Herman, the human mole! Herman? Herman? Herman! Come on. Get up the curtain! Not that you could tell. But he isn't. Herman has a trailer, top of it is grass. He builds the inside of it dirt, made the sides of glass. He lets you climb the steps up to the top for free, but look down through this little hole above his old TV. But if you want some more, you pay to go inside the tiny windows of the trailer in which Herman hides. Herman plays piano, but no one is around. He has an upright baby Steinway underneath the ground. Well, I'm sure that you remember Harry the Head, once known as the King of the Freaks, but introduced at the top of the show. I said that Harry would return. Well, now it's time to turn our attention back to this delightful and delicious little demon. Yes, Harry left us once for a while. Harry left for love. And if you can imagine a sight more disgusting and despicable, please tell me, and I will make a star of him. Never mind. As I was saying, Harry left a freak show in the arms of a beautiful young woman, and even though this was a sick and twisted situation, undoubtedly doomed from the very start, who could blame him? Harry was such a monumentally miserable half-human that this sober situation was surely his only opportunity for happiness of any kind. It's kind of sad, don't you think? Eventually, the beautiful young woman brought the poor dead human head back home here at the freak show where he belongs. And yes, Harry was a wretched runt, what mean is as hateful as a hangman with a hemorrhoid. Oh, but I don't think anyone deserved his fate. Some say he died of a broken heart. But I know this was not true. Harry didn't have a heart. He didn't have a heart. He didn't have a heart. Well, now you may think you've seen some strange things in our little show, huh? Well, let me assure you that nothing you've seen so far could possibly prepare you for the final act. Yes? But first, let me explain a little bit about the performer you're about to witness. This is a man for whom the word stupid can only be seen as a summit of highest hosannas. Or perhaps you might say he's handsome. Perhaps God has in some way compensated for the abysmal and absolute lack of intelligence which he has bestowed upon this man. This is not an unreasonable assumption. But no. This man is as plain as a potato popsicle. If he were entered into a beauty contest against a bucket of blood blisters, he would lose. But it matters not, because this man is talent. Massive, mighty, once more than monumental talent. He'll make you squirm, he'll make you sweat, he'll make you squeal, but you'll never forget the one and only dancing tumor man, Bouncing Benny the Bump. will start his act in just a moment. But while he's putting himself in a proper mood, I would like to tell you about the day I discovered Benny. You see, I was riding on a bus. Then suddenly, I became aware of this powerful but pea-brain presence across the aisle from me. Seeing that his eyes were empty under half-closed lids, made it all the more disturbing knowing Benny here. Above that looked like clouds of dirt inside some sickly lung, one barely beat beneath his short and twitch like Toto's tongue. Now he dances on the stage along with all the rest, where weaker souls can hide their eyes while Benny bears his chest. He rubs his bump with oleo and little bits of meat, and strokes his shapers it extends on downwards towards his feet. Until he hears his mother's favorite polka. Then he'll dance. The record player goes too fast, but Benny doesn't care. He simply bounces around the room while people stand and stare. Benny really only cares about one single thing. He collects some magazines called Women in the Ring. He keeps them all in plastic bags, and everybody says that Benny talks to them at night before he goes to bed.
I miss you, Mommy. 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 I need someone to wrestle with. She's everywhere rude, and hold me in her hammerlock if she was feeling good. She'd probably have a ponytail that stuck out from the back, and I bet her eyes would shine right when she was there. mean sometimes. It ain't like we weren't friends. But when the match was over, we'd be buddies till the end. I've got to go, I know that she's there, waiting in the ring for me to walk her like a bear.
Excuse me, Mr. Dex, sir. I haven't had my dinner yet. Sir, please.
I haven't had my dinner yet. Don't bother me, you twitchy little twerp. I need a drink. I'll do it later. My dinner. Dinner. Wake up, Jelly, you lifeless lump. Wake up! Need a drink. I need someone to listen. Isn't someone as useless, inadequate as you? I was the best, Jelly, you hear? I was the best lion tamer there ever was. Here. You could see the fear. How they cracked the whip, and you could see the fear in those big cats. He was all afraid of me. Hadn't been for this backbiter. This cowardly cur. This rotting receptacle full of flea fleeces, I'd still be in the center ring now. Still hearing the cheers of the crowds, I took my bows. Thank you.
Sad souls are singing deep down where the wild worms weep, down where my true love sleeps, nearer God to thee. Sad souls are singing deep down where the wild ones weep, down where my true love
He's just a bully. He knows I haven't had any dinner. I don't need him. I'll quit. That's what I'll do. I'll quit. I can find another show that needs a human more.
Salvatore's Pizzeria. Come on, Mac. I ain't got all day. Okay, nobody's talking, so it must be the Mole Man. Large double mushroom, right, Mole Man? Sure, it's right. You don't never order nothing else. Ain't that right, Mole Man? Let's go. Push the button so I'll know it's you. Forget it.
I sure like to look at these pictures of you, Mommy. But you and Daddy never looked like you was having a very good time when you was on vacation. Daddy never looks happy in any of his pictures. Maybe this one with his secretary. Well, why did he run away, Mommy? I like this picture of Aunt Gladys when she was taking care of me. She was always so nice. She must have been having fun with Uncle Max in this picture right here. They look real happy. Oh, here's me with Grammy and Grandpa. But they're kinda like Daddy. They wasn't ever happy too much. And this here is a picture of you in that graveyard place where you used to go all the time.
I miss you, Mommy.
I wish you was here now.
Rock of ages, block the way of the wind that harbors hate, so the sickness sitting on us will. Job chapter 7 verse 5. My flesh is clothed with worms and clods of dirt. Rock of ages, roll away, and our secret will be saved from the...
I told her I would be back. I told her no lion could stop the great Texas Fritz. But she left me. She left me, Jelly. She left me. I will be back. You will see. You will all see me back in the center ring. It's been a few years. I only need a little more money so that I can have the operations that the doctor told me about. And then I will make my comeback. I will make my comeback. Jelly, look. Did you see this one where I totally dominated that gigantic beast Raja? What a big wimp he was. Those cats. How they hated me. They will hate me again. Because I will be back. And I will be bigger than ever.
It sure was nice looking at them pictures, Mommy. I love to look at them pictures. Makes me feel so good. But maybe I should watch a little TV now. Where is that thing? Where is that thing? Must be someplace. Where's the remote? Where's it?
Rock of ages, fall on me, and my sinful soul will be free to flee the pox upon us and to kiss our Father's feet. Rock of ages, let your weight push. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 11. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Dear Sister Solace, dear Sister Solace, my dearest Wanda, I hesitated just as he stepped forward and whispered in my ear, soon you will be with the worms. Soon you will be with the worms. Soon you will be with the worms.
Ugh.
Soon.
Nothing drives me crazy more than hearing a woman cry. Especially a disgusting and fat worm eater. Oh, I gotta get away from this place. I will make my comeback. I will. I will.
precious Lulu, and I love to lick little lollipops and turn them into large and lengthy logs. Wouldn't you like a lick? No answer. But I hear you breathing, so it must be my shy guy. Hi, shy guy. I bet you want your regular, don't you? Come on, shy guy. I do feel so dirty, and I'd love to get clean just for you. Now, tell me your credit card number, and I'll tell you what you want to hear.
Master. Got number 3, 5, 8, 2, 6, 9, 4, 0, 0, 8, 3, 2, 3, 2.
Now, I'm gonna tell you just how my body got so dirty, shy guy. I've been so bad. I got caught in the rain with my boyfriend, and we just had to take our clothes off. And then we were fooling around and fell in a giant mud puddle. We were just so oozy and slippery that we just couldn't stop touching each other. And before we knew it, we just totally lost control, shy guy. Now, I feel so bad that I just have to wash away all that dirt and nasty, sticky stuff. I'm washing my breath now, shy guy. And my nipples are big and hard, just like they were when my boyfriend rubbed mud all over them. And then he rubbed it on my stomach. And then I looked down between his legs. And shy guy, he looked so big and mean. All covered with that black, slimy mud.
Where's that thing? There you are! I hope there's something good on tonight, Mommy.
Ultimate Fighting Championship for the first time ever.
Maybe a tag team match. Wouldn't that be great, Mommy? A match with Vicky the Viper and Kathy Crusher.
Most claim to see the image of the Virgin with her arms outstretched.
Against the Kitten Killers. Those Kitten Killers are real mean, Mommy. But Kathy and Vicky could take him. I hate all these all-police shows.
With 44 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
Don't you hate them too, Mommy?
big cats. How they hated me. Actually, everyone hated me. They all hate me. And they still do. Did you know that, Jelly? Of course you do, you slimy secretion from a sea slug. 'Cause you hate me too. But you know, that's why we are so successful here at the Freak Show. Because I make everybody hate me. They love to hate me. Because everyone hates me so much. They all love you poor downtrodden, dirt-eating freaks. Oh, but Roxanne didn't hate me. Oh, I used to love to watch her when she was way up at the top of the tent. Jelly, I can still see her legs. If I close my eyes, it's almost like I can reach out and run my finger across the curve of her calf and feels a slight depression on the back of her knee. Oh, Jelly. Did you know the trapeze girls always have the most beautiful legs? And Roxanne was the loveliest of them all, and she left me. She left me because that one little accident. She left me.
Beside the rooster boy named Roy. They pour me out upon a platform and the people stare at eyeballs in a pool of flesh surrounded by some as I look down at all the silly humans as they slowly trudged around. But as I see the end of evening turn into the night, the bird inside my brain becomes a light that is too bright. Sucking sections of my soul, sucking sections of the only thoughts my mind will salivate and drool, and press against itself, and press against itself, and feel the cursing flow of fever, vision, biting, grinding, clenching, cause teeth clench, cause fever grinding, feel the feel of sticky fingers up inside of something sticky, sweet and wet. Know that there is nothing like those feeling of those fingers up inside of something sticky, sweet and wet. Licky, wet liquid.
Hello? Hello? Is that you, Mr. Herman? I hope so, 'cause you haven't called for a while. How are you, Mr. Herman? It's okay if you don't answer. I know you're not mean. You're just shy. You're not mean or anything. I'm shy too, Mr. Herman. So I know what it's like to want to be with people but not know what to say. Hey, maybe we can just be together on the phone and not say anything. I bet you'd like that, Mr. Herman.
I'm glad you want to be with me, Shirley. Nobody ever wanted to be with me except my mom, and I guess she was kind of stuck with me. I always hated the sun. It hurt my eyes so much. I stayed home where I felt safe with my mom and my piano. When Mom died, I got the job working the night shift. That's where I met Kay and Gil, the only friends I ever had before you, Shirley. I had a crush on Kay, and she and Gil were both really nice to me. It surprised me to find out something was going on between them, because Kay was married to a brute named Todd. I could tell that she was scared of him. My house was nearby, and it wasn't too long before Gil suggested that we go there for our dinner break. After eating, my piano playing would always put them in a romantic mood, and I would discreetly leave. Later, we would all go back to work together. It felt good to be part of their lives. One night, I ran into Todd. When I wouldn't tell him where Kay was, he hit me violently with his fist, again and again. Later, as I returned home, I heard shouting and glass breaking, and prayed I wouldn't be too late. But I was. Kay and Gil were motionless on the floor when Todd came after me too. Gil jumped up and stabbed him, then started shouting that he was married and begged me to take him to a doctor before the cops came, and everyone found out. Gil didn't even seem to care that Kay was dead. He made me drive too fast. I was blinded by oncoming headlights and lost control. We went over a cliff, and Gil was killed instantly. I ran away, afraid that everyone would blame me. I stayed in a cave for days, or maybe it was weeks or years. Dirt caked over my sensitive skin. One night, some man cornered me. I cowered in fear and hatred, but they took me in and gave me my own trailer and a new identity. Herman, the human mole. It's worth it. I may be a freak, but it's worth it if I never have to see the daylight or another human face again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Herman, but my mom is calling, so I have to go. But please call back soon. I love you, Mr. Herman. Bye-bye.
Where am... What? Oh. Rest. Escape. Even in my sleep. Wanda? Tooth! It's disgusting. These letters. Dear Sister Sardis? Dear Sister Sardis?
Gosh. I think it's time for me to look at the pictures in my magazine. I hadn't looked at him since maybe yesterday. I think I need to look at Shak and Shiba. I hadn't looked at her for a long time, and she's so neat. The way she puts a sleeper hold on all those other wrestlers, and it never really hurts them that much. Oh, here she is. Gosh. She's so pretty. I think she has the best ponytail of all. I wonder if she needs any friends. Maybe.
Dear Sister Solace, the occasion of our dual devotions now numbers 3. The fervor, joy, and purely zealous zest with which I now pursue my daily goals is nothing short of astounding. But this is not the point of my message. But there is a dark spot in this sea of sunlight and love. Perhaps you are familiar with Father Bartholomew, an older priest with whom I have worked closely in the past. Lately, Father B has seemed strangely distant to me, and I often notice him staring in my direction shortly after my encounters with you. Once or twice, he appeared upon the cusp of approaching me, but then changed his mind and walked away. I suppose it is nothing but a minor nag at the outer recesses of my psyche. But now that I've experienced perfection, I want no less. I remain yours forever in the eyes and glory of God, Father Philip O'Malley. dearest Wanda, please forgive my impetuous familiarity, but if only for a single moment, I must be personal, I must be direct, and I must unleash my bridled heart. Surely you noticed that I ended my last letter with the statement that I was yours forever. The words seemed simple until later that night, I suddenly awoke from a sound sleep with the phrase, yours forever, exploding in my brain over and over, and each time the words screamed out, an invisible hand squeezed my heart, and with each cycle of screaming and squeezing came the most curious companions. A paralyzing pain and a paramount pleasure that eventually eroded away, leaving a lump like dirty laundry to linger and glow in my throat. And all I can think of is you. And all I can think of is you. And all I can think of is how clean and purified I feel after ripping open my soul and displaying the depth of emotion my heart holds for you, and you alone. I realize that I have drastically overstepped my boundaries, but for once I have lived as a man should live, free, proud, and unashamed. And if God demands a price, then I will pay it in solitude at the small chapel tomorrow night. Until that moment, my heart hangs on the tenderest of hooks. I love you, Phil. Dear Sister Solace, Anguish is my name. For the past 48 hours, I have done nothing but read from the scriptures, and by now have collected more than a sufficient number of passages to support any and all chaos my mind might choose to manufacture. But I do know this. In my meager mind, torment reigns supreme. And is this torment a true manifestation of Satan? Am I witnessing and even participating in a true temptation from the world, the flesh, or the devil? Or am I merely being bestowed with an unknown gift of stewardship, dwelling deep within the kingdom of God? Has God not created us? And is not what we have given to each other and to the world around us not infinitely superior to the slimy sea of lust-infested maggots writhing and twisting throughout this pool of pus we laughingly refer to as civilization? At times I have wondered if perhaps we are not a new Adam and Eve, chosen by God to restore him to the greatness that is his alone. Perhaps it is only you and I who are destined to survive the coming apocalypse predicted in Revelations, and perhaps my folly is so great that I will seize even the slightest and silliest pretense to justify a course of action dead set on the pathway to mortal sin. More than anything else, I am continually burdened by the sinister specter of Father B. Yesterday morning, as I stepped out of the bathroom, he was waiting for me on the other side of the door. Confused by his sudden appearance, I hesitated, just as he stepped forward and whispered in my ear, "Soon we'll be with the worms." And then, just as suddenly, he turned and walked away. At that point, I was so startled that I jumped backwards into the bathroom, slipped on the tile floor, and broke a tooth as my head hit the sink. Tired and bleeding, I sat on the floor and wept like a baby until finally falling asleep. That was several hours ago, and now my misery is written down on paper in front of you. I don't know what else to do with it, but perhaps God will reveal his plans for me soon. Exercise redemptive love at every opportunity, and always cherish your gifts. Father Philip O'Malley. Dear Sister Solace, I am afraid I must request a brief respite to our weekly devotionals. My state of consternation has reached such a point of apprehension that I feel I have no choice but to seek justification with God in the form of a private retreat. The book of Job tells us that there is no adequate human explanation for the mystery of evil or suffering, and that only faith in God and submission to his will can make them bearable. If this is so, then God will make all known to me. I must find the word. I must find the way. I must find the truth. I must find the life. I must find the light. And once I have found them, by the grace of God, you will hear from me again. Please keep this tooth until I return. Father Philip O'Malley.
I was looking for my monocle. I can't seem to find it any. Excuse me. I was looking for my. I was looking, and well, no, I see it's right on the end of my string. How silly of me. Excuse me, please, Wanda. Excuse me. Please. Ow! Bouncing Benny the Dummkopf. Where you going, chubby puppy?
I gotta go, Mr. Tex. There's a lady wrestler out there waiting for me. She's out there somewhere, and I just gotta go find her.
Benny? Your stupidity would make a stump look lucid. You think the world's overflowing with these huge hammerlock honeys? You think there's 2 or 3 waiting around every corner for you to knock? That's not the way of the world, Benny. Now, please, calm yourself down and go back into your trailer.
Well, Mr. Tex, since Mama's been gone, I don't have any friends, Mr. Tex, and it seems like everybody should have a friend. And I know I could be real good friends with Lady Rester.
No friends. No friends. Benny. My cute and cuddly little comrade. My fond and flapping fellow. I do know how lonely you've been without your dear sweet mama. I've done everything I could to replace her undying devotion with the warmth and the care of this loving little family here at the Freak Show. Now, Benny, you think that's your mama? A dearly adored soul that sits with angels and saints who wants you to leave the bosom of this loving little family just to find some violent, villainous vixen? Is that the kind of person you want to replace a mother's love? Benny, my boy, I am ashamed of you.
Gosh, Mr. Tex, I never thought of it like that. Maybe you're right. I feel kind of confused now.
And, you overly obtuse little lad. You've obviously overloaded your large but limited facilities. I think maybe a good night's rest.
No!
What's that?
Benny. No.
Herman? Herman?
Don't listen to him. This is not your family. He's a wash-up alcoholic bully with everyone, most of all himself. Go. Go now, Benny.
Well,
if you don't go right now, you will never leave this place. Please, follow your heart, Benny. Go.
Well,
please, go.
I think maybe you're right, Mr. Herman. I'm sorry, Mr. Dexter.
Benny, wait!
I gotta go.
Benny, wait, please! No, don't go, Benny! Benny, please! Benny, my boy! Benny, please, don't go! Benny! Benny, please! Don't go, Benny, please! No! Benny! Benny!
Once, a man whose head was halfway eaten by a shark said, "We are only equal in the grave and in the dark." When I asked him if he knew how he could continue on like this, he said he did not know, but he could probably make a guess. Half a mouth may not be much, but it's still half a kiss.
The worm! Benny? Wanda? Wanda? I need a drink.